Yo, what's up everybody? Welcome back to another video. It's ESG Flame here, and in today's video I am going to be showing you guys how to make your text look amazing in Paint.net. So let's get started. So first, right as you open up Paint.net, if you are making a thumbnail to make your text look better, you're going to want to go to Image up here, Resize, and then make it 1280 by 720. It'd be the width by height, and then click OK. And so this would be the size that your thumbnail would be. And then you're going to want to put the text that you want. So I'm using the font Impact, and I'm using it as a big size. But whatever size you want, whatever font you want, you guys can choose. But make sure that it's like a thick font. You don't want it to be like one of these. You don't want it to be really thin. It doesn't matter too much because like we're going to be using the magic wand, and then you're going to have to select it. It doesn't matter too much. Just don't make it too thin to the point where like you can barely see it. So you're gonna want to put in your text, and let me just change it to my font. Where'd it go? Impact isn't my font, but I use this one a lot. So you're gonna want to go in the select tool or the magic wand tool, not the select. This is the select, and you're gonna want to hold down your shift. You're going to want to hold down shift and then click the first letter, so then it selects all of the letters. And then you're going to want to change both of the colors over here. I like changing them to blue and teal. It doesn't actually, no, I need to change my primary to blue. And make sure that the two colors, they're like the same shades. In my opinion, I just think it looks better. You can do whatever colors you want. I just think it looks better. And then you're going to want to press G or click on the gradient tool right over here, and make sure it's like in the middle right above it. Hold click and then bring it down. As you can see, it's like making that thing, and you're going to want to bring it a little bit below, right under that. So then once you're done and you left your finger clicking the button, you're going to want to click deselect, and now you have this cool gradient around it. And I don't think I got everything, but later it'll go away later. So don't worry too much about the outsides. So then the next thing you're going to want to do, you're going to want to make a new layer. And then on that layer, you're going to want to get the rectangle select. And then take this. Oh, wait, before we do that, you're going to want to make a new layer again. And make sure that your text, so go into the select tool and then shift click the background and then click to delete. So then all of the background goes away, so there's nothing there. You don't need that new layer. Sorry, I forgot about that. And make sure that the background is just blank. There's nothing in it. It's like, yes, it's not blank, but that means that it's transparent and there's nothing there. But you can't really make it transparent on a computer, so then you're going to want to go to your rectangle select on your second layer. Make sure you're not on the background one where the text is. Click on your second layer. And then select like around the bottom half of it. Not really, like a little bit under the bottom, and then go down. And then go there and then press Control C and then Control V at the same time. So now you have, oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot. Wrong layer. You're going to want to use your rectangle select. So click deselect, and then make sure you're on your rectangle select, and then select the bottom half. I was on the wrong layer, and I'm still on the wrong layer. So then select the bottom half. I want about like right there. That looks good. And then you're going to want to, once you're done and you've stopped making the rectangle, you're going to want to press Control C, and then go to your second layer and press Control V. So now you see I have like the bottom layer of it, but make sure it stays right behind it. And then you're going to want to go into adjustments, hue/saturation, and then make the lightness down here. You don't need to change these, and I would say around -30. -30 probably looks the best, but you can change it to whatever you want. You can change it so it's black. You can change it so it's like really dark, but in my opinion, I like 30. And then click OK. And then click deselect. So now you have this like, cool shadow that's on the bottom of your text. And now the next thing you're going to want to do, you can merge those two layers if you want to. You're going to want to make a new layer. and you're going to want to go to your bathroom background. Oh my gosh. So then you click your magic wand and then shift click the background and make sure that like the holes inside of there are selected and everything. And then you're going to want to go to your layer 2 and make sure it's still selected. Don't deselect it up here or anything. And then you're going to want to go to your paint bucket tool and then change your primary color to black. So then you can make the background black. And if those holes didn't get filled in, fill them in. So then click deselect and you're good. So you're gonna want to go back to your magic wand and then select the background again. And you're gonna want to go into effects, object, and drop shadow. If you don't have drop shadow, I'll leave a link into the description to go and download the plugin for this. It's from a website and you click the download button. I think it says for like Windows or Mac. And once you download it, it should download as a zip file, and you're gonna want to open that zip file up, or if you have like a Mac or something, download like WinRAR or something like that. And then you're gonna want to go to the install one. I'm pretty sure there's 2 in there. One's like a folder. You're gonna want to click on install, and then it should install it to Paint.net. So then you're gonna want to click on drop shadow, and make your drop shadow white. Okay. You don't want to make it any other color. Make it white, and this isn't working again for some reason. I tried it before. I think I'm on the wrong layer. I think I'm supposed to be on the background layer. No, because then once I go to effects and repeat the drop shadow, I think I accidentally have the letters selected. Okay, here. Make sure the letters aren't selected. So if you do, I think the letters are selected. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna select the background, and then I'm gonna select everything else. Oh, sorry. When you're selecting, you're gonna want to hit Control, because you see it has that other plus above it. When I hit Control, that means that you can add more. So click that, and then click the other ones, and then go to Effects, and then repeat your drop shadow. And looks like it doesn't work. I will be right back real quick. I will figure it out. Okay, for some reason, I don't know why it wasn't working. So make sure that you are on layer 2. Double click on it. Make sure you're on it. It's selected. So then I want to go to effects, the drop shadow, and click on it. And I don't know why it wasn't working before. I'm pretty sure I did the same exact thing. You can change this to whatever you want. It can be black, but white, just do white. It just looks the best, because what we're going to do after this, it's going to look good. So then once you're done with that, it looks weird, but you're going to want to change the whitening radius to about a 9, and it should work. And then you're going to want to go back to your magic select and select the background again, and then you can just delete it. Press your delete. So as you can see, it doesn't really look the best on like the white background. So you're going to want to go into your layer 2, make sure it's still there, double click on it, click blend mode, and then change it to overlay. And then now it has like this like cool, I guess I would say, shine to it. And then now you can merge those 2 layers. So then it's on the same one. So then once you're done with that, you're going to want to so you're going to want to click duplicate layer. And then make sure you're on the one that's under it. Not the one above, the one that's under it. And click on the move selected pixels, or M, which is a shortcut key. Click on it. And then just click on it. Don't move it at all. Use your arrow keys to bring it under, like I am. Use your arrow keys or WASD. Actually, no, WASD doesn't work. So you use your arrow keys and move it under. And it might not look too good right now, but just wait. So once you're in the background and you're on there, you're going to want to go to Adjustments, and then Hue/Saturation, and then change the lightness down to whatever you want. Black looks good. You can choose black, or you can choose like a darker blue, since it's like a shadow. And in my opinion, I think that 55 works well. I'm trying to get it there. 55. And then, okay, so now you have this cool text. It looks amazing. And there is one thing that I asked myself for a long time, and you can merge those 2 layers. I was wondering how to do this for a while. I was trying to figure out how to put text behind something. So this is, if you watch my other video, you will know what picture this is. So if I go into my pictures and I bring this over here, add layer. So you see this picture right here. This was my picture that I used for my 90s.exe video. And if you saw, let me just move that behind. If you saw my text, it looked exactly like this, and also it was like behind it. So what I did was I moved my text to around the middle-ish area, and it was like right there. And all I did was I took the eraser tool, and it was around at a 10, or no, it was at least 25. Whoa, that's 10, that's 1,025. And I just took my eraser tool and I erased the bits where it wouldn't show if it was behind. So I just went like this. It doesn't need to be perfect, because if you think about it, in a thumbnail, it's kind of hard to see. So all you have to do is just erase the bits that wouldn't be there. And boom, like just looking at that, it looks like it's going behind. And then erase this. Oh, I just messed it up. So it looks like that I'd have to go right here. And remember, you always have Control Z. And if you don't know what Control Z does, I just messed up right there too. If you don't know what Control Z does, it technically, I need to erase right there too. What it technically does is it's just like an undo technically. So then I can just erase all of this. Boom. And then if you look at that, it looks like the text is behind it, don't you think? And then I can erase that right there, and boom. It looks like the text goes behind it, and it says ESG Flame. So it's that simple. You don't need to like crop this out or whatever. It's that simple. You don't need to move it too much. And then boom. And then when you move it, oh, I messed up. What do I do? Press. So let's say you moved on accident and you're like, oh no, I can't get back to the same position. Press Control Z until you get it back to the same exact position. And I actually just realized that I did not erase all of what I needed to on the F. And remember, it doesn't need to be perfect. Like if you look very closely right there, I accidentally erased a little bit, but we're looking very close. Like I can see the pixels. So remember, the people watching your video or looking at your pixels, they won't see, or looking at your pixels, looking at your thumbnail, they won't see that. And to me, it just looks like it's going behind the text. So that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope it helped you too. And I will see you guys in next video. Peace. Built